Welcome to another episode of the Clinical Career Collective S.O.A.P News. For those of you who are new to us and our mission, C3 is a professional development community for the mental health professional at large. We are here to support you so that you can learn, advance, and become the clinician the world needs now. You can find us on our website, www.clinicalcareercollective.com, or on our YouTube channel called S.O.A.P News. And of course, we are extending an invitation for you to join our C3 Facebook page at Clinical, 2 Professional. That's Clinical 2 Professional. And also to check out our LinkedIn page at Clinical Career Collective. Today's SOAP note is all about learning to leverage technology in your practice. For many members of the counseling community, incorporating technology can seem overwhelming or counterintuitive. Counseling is, after all, a person-centered profession. Today, we will discuss different methods of bringing tech into your daily practice and provide some examples as to how these methods can enhance your patient's mental health treatment. If you don't know me, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Amity Cooper, your host and creator of the SOAP News. As a trained clinician, I really benefited from applying the SOAP note method in my practice. So when I started C3, I thought it would be a really fun way to craft a blog series that incorporated the same principles as the handy and reliable SOAP note. What better way to get updates, tips, inspiration, and reviews about relevant, on-point clinical and business topics affecting our industry today. All right, so let's jump into it. By working with the ever-changing world of technology instead of against it, you open your practice up to more opportunities and a wider range of clients. For example, practices offering telehealth appointments are able to provide services to clients who might otherwise favor a clinic closer to their home. Telehealth can increase a practice's accessibility, affordability, and counselors have found that some clients feel more comfortable expressing themselves from a distance, where there is less of a social stigma attached to visiting a therapist's office, or even just therapy-adverse clients who just struggle with the idea of making it a routine and coming into therapy. Telehealth and technology have just opened us up to reaching more people in a broader, helping, serviceable way. With all the different technologies related to mental health, today's counselors have many options if they are open to evolving with the times. One such option is augmented reality, where a patient can go through exposure therapy in a perfectly safe and supervised setting. Another way clients can enhance their treatment is by using mental health apps outside of their counseling sessions. For therapists who focus on CBT, patients can utilize the app Mood Kit to record their moods, while therapists can check up and in with their users throughout the week in between sessions. By using these tools, clients and professionals alike create more autonomy and progress. It promotes self-efficacy while building the relationship. Although technology may be new to your practice, it's likely that your client is comfortable using lots of tech in their daily life. It's important to make your practice accessible and meet the people where they are. And in this case, it may mean updating your online website to be incredibly user-friendly and more accessible. Providing information online about your services will help clients find the right match for them. Counselors who have already begun working with technology in their practices have started to advocate for its use among their peers. Now, forgive me if I don't pronounce this correctly. I'm going to do my best. Arash Javanbakht, an assistant professor of psychiatry and director at the Stress, Trauma, and Anxiety Research Clinic, otherwise known as STARC, at Wayne University in Michigan, have found that augmented reality can accomplish in 40 minutes what usually takes 6 face-to-face sessions. When I read this, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. Using augmented reality leads to much quicker results, and recreating these experiences in the real world can be much more expensive and riskier. It's harder to get clients who are hitting a wall or dealing with phobias you can't recreate experiences in an easy way. But with augmented reality, you can lead a client into a fixed environment that you can control and observe and moderate and adjust according to their needs and their pace. It's quite incredible. In graduate counseling classes, Assistant Professor Williams at the University of West Georgia uses virtual simulation to teach counseling students. In a traditional setting, students are used to role-playing with each other, but augmented reality provides a wonderful learning opportunity that sort of steps outside of that in-session learning. Using this technique, students can take more risks, practice handling a client's emotions, and working through difficult scenarios such as a crisis intervention or within family sessions, or when you are witnessing a psychosis developing within a client. Practicing in this sort of safe, monitored environment really alleviates the added pressure of performance anxiety. Clients may not be able to visit a counselor in person because of their location or limited availability. We all have to take that into account. In geographically isolated areas where long-distance counseling is the only option available, telehealth services decrease the psychiatric admission rate. And I'm imagining that if you apply and bring into your practice these augmented reality services, that too will also decrease the pressure, the downward pressure on other clinics and hospital settings. Some recommended video and text-based communication tools are My Clients Plus, Talkspace, Doxy.me, Zoom, of course, and for clinical practice management, Simple Practice has an all-in-one service available that incorporates telehealth while keeping clinical notes, etc. So it's a great service. All of these are wonderful additions or staples to your practice. Mental health apps serve as an affordable, accessible supplement to in-person therapy. Holly Scott, an LPC and the owner of Uptown Dallas Counseling in Texas, says that the CBT app Mood Kit is preferred to paper handouts by most of her 35 years and younger clientele. She notices also that manual observations are often done at the last minute, while those using the app are much more likely to record their observations as they occur. So a lot of times you'll find that clients really struggle to complete assignments, tasks. It's difficult to embrace, to walk towards change. And especially when you don't feel adept at these particular life skills. So for whatever reason, using an app lightens that fear and opens it up, and it can kind of feel more like play. And studies have shown that we become more creative and are more apt to change and come up with new ideas when we're playing, when we're free from pressures that sort of stifle change. So I think that is one of the reasons why mental health apps have really taken off in the last 2 years or so. For those who prefer technology, Mood Kit was found to decrease depression and increase clients' mood, and there are a litany of other mental health apps available for your use within your clinical practice, as well as just referring clients out to trying out these apps on their own if they can't get in to see you right away. Technology is ingrained in the daily life of most people, so it's definitely something to consider if it could play into your overall clinical practice. Studies show that clients are outpacing counselors in terms of technology, and according to the Pew Research Center in 2018, 95% of teenagers reported having a smartphone or having access to one, and 45% said that they were online on a near constant basis. I don't know about you, but I see this in my own family and my kids. They can't go anywhere without the phone attached to them. Even Gen Xers, my generation, have reported a significant increase in smartphone usage and tech adoption. This is a great jumping off point for you. People are already out there exploring the internet and doing their own research into mental health. Providing online services can be a gateway to in-person therapy and to your practice, and you can step into the role as a leading mental health expert in your field. And by incorporating these new tech tools, you just kind of set yourself apart, and it makes you a reliable, trusted resource, a go-to place for information, instead of people sort of going down the Google rabbit hole for information. A lot of times people don't know what they're looking at. They can't distill down the information that they're receiving. So you, by embracing technology, can really cut through all that clutter and noise. There's a lot to look forward to in the development of AI in these upcoming years. The National Institute of Mental Health predicts that apps in the future may be able to use a smartphone's built-in sensors to determine a user's state of mind, alert to mental health professionals that somebody is in crisis and is in need. Facial recognition, emotion AI is also coming online, and we see it so much more in for-profit, in companies who are using it for customer service experience. So it's really close and being studied now and incorporated into mental health applications. AI is also being used to develop and diagnose illnesses, which is showing promising accuracy. Another form of AI is your handy mental health chatbot. Patients experiencing anxiety and depression may benefit from automated chat conversations. And this is, I have a list that I will provide you of the top 20 or top 10 mental health chatbots services available today that you can refer your clients out to or incorporate and use within your practice. The partnership of AI with human counselors could provide a more well-rounded and thorough experience for mental health patients across the board. There's a lot to look forward to. There are so many ways to make technology work for you. If you're willing to explore new possibilities and open to change, then your practice can evolve. Think of some ways that you can incorporate technology into your workplace today. What makes the most sense for your clients? If you have younger clients, then you may want to explore, these virtual realities, alternative reality platforms, or mental health chatbots. If you're working with clients with autism or on the spectrum, there are amazing services such as S.O.A.P, which are using exposure therapy that you might want to look into. Research shows that people with ASD are drawn to technology, and virtual reality provides a safe, effective, and time-efficient approach. There's also the question if you need more clients. It could be time for a website update, adding a chatbot service, or even an answering service, or a mental health referral list can go a long way. Providing users with accurate and helpful, welcoming information about your practice could bridge the gap between one-time website viewers and future clients, making yourself, again, available as somebody who can be approached, that you can show that you are a person that can be trusted. And video is a fantastic entry point. If you want to embrace new technologies today, video is the way to go. And I have other resources to give you and provide you on information about how to really tap into this great new platform of video. If your practice is in a remote area, or if you are looking to reach more clients, improving your telehealth services is a must. In the oncoming years, AI will only continue to grow. You will have little fear, though. Humans are still very much needed in the field of mental health, and it's really unlikely that you're ever going to be replaced by a robot, but you might be enhanced by a robot. Take advantage of these available chatbots and AI. It will be a game changer for you and your practice. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me as I explain new technology for your clinical practice and how to leverage it in your business. If you're interested in learning more about the new and cutting edge technologies affecting our industry today, then I'd like to invite you to register for our monthly S.O.A.P newsletter. And with this subscription, you will receive a monthly review of all the weekly S.O.A.P notes, gain access to members-only interviews and conversations with special guest speakers, and you will have the chance to purchase our monthly S.O.A.P box that contains products, coupons, and discounts to all of our mentioned items reviewed during this S.O.A.P note recording. And I'm really excited to announce, since we were talking about everything tech, that I am about ready to launch my Do This First Bootcamp Challenge. If you are looking to open up your practice, but you're unsure or you're just a little uneasy about all this new tech and what business is all about, then join me, and I promise that in 7 days, I will get you and your practice up and running to attract all the clients that you want to work with in an efficient, easy manner. So, you want to check out, I'm going to provide a link in the show notes to Do This First at www.clinicalcareercollective.com. I cannot wait to see you there. Looking forward to meeting you all, and thanks again for joining us.